Friends, this particular encounter of a factory worker, Bruno Facchini, in April 1950 has been subject of several investigations by some of the most respected UFO researchers of their respective times. The credibility of this witness, the physical evidence, and the finer details is what is of interest, and this would appear in many such UFO sightings later on. We would like to request you to kindly subscribe to our channel. Feel free to press the bell icon, comment and share this video. Thanks a lot. It was little after 10 p.m. and the thunderstorm and rain had recently ceased. After using the outside toilet, he saw some strange flashes. Thinking that a power line had been damaged due to the storm, he got nearer, but the lights stopped. He waited for several moments, but the sparks never occurred. And as he thought of turning back, the sparks occurred again. He stepped forward, and to his amazement, he saw a huge dark shape, like a ball, with a flattened top, some 200 yards in front of him. He estimated that the object was around 30 feet high and 20 feet across. A green glow illuminated a set of ladder which stretched to the ground below. He could make out a shape of a man, an American airman perhaps. He was wearing a heavy-duty suit. Years later, Facchini would compare them to the Apollo astronauts. It looked like the man was welding something on this highly advanced aerial vehicle. Facchini soon realized that this was neither an American plane nor the crew had anything terrestrial in their appearance. Suddenly a door opened in the craft and he could see a glow emerging from inside. And inside, he saw another set of ladders leading to a higher level. And he could also see bottles connected together in rows with gauges and tubes. Facchini got more curious and got a little closer. Now he could see two figures moving with slow, clumsy movements, which later on Facchini said that the movements resembled the astronauts' walk on the moon. Every now and then, there were more sparks flying in the air. He changed his location and could now see dials and cylinders along the walls of the inside of the craft. The closer he got, the surrounding air got warmer. It was unusually warm, and there was a strange buzzing sound, like a giant beehive. Facchini could see several figures moving around the craft, and each had a helmet with a dark visor in place, and from it emerged a pipe which went to a tank. Thinking that the storm might have caused the craft to make an emergency landing for repairs, he thought of helping the figures and stepped forward. Watching him approach, the figures started to talk in a strange language, and one of the figures made a gesture towards him. Sensing something was wrong, he turned back. However, as he did so, from the corner of his eye, he saw a figure pointing something in his direction. And a sudden bright beam filled his vision, and he fell to the ground in extreme pain with a burning sensation around his torso. Facchini fell down and couldn't move, but could see the beings continuing their work, and after some time, they got into the craft, shut the door, and the buzzing sound became louder, and the craft rose and disappeared. After a few minutes of flying in the darkness, he went back to his house and couldn't sleep the whole night. The next morning, Facchini went back to the incident site looking for his lost cigarette case. There he found 4 circular impressions arranged in a distinct pattern. The grass had considerable burn marks, and pieces of scrap and melted metals were lying around. Facchini reported the incident to the police, who were not that excited about the investigation. Though the metal pieces were sent for analysis with inconclusive results, the report said that the metal was heat resistant and anti-friction. The report also said that it was ideal for space flight to face the burn-up as the craft entered the Earth's atmosphere. Another analysis a year later stated that the main composition was bronze with traces of lead. Facchini also met a doctor for his back pain, and upon examination, a black mark, darker than a bruise, stretched across the entire back, and it remained for several weeks. Several UFO investigators said that Facchini never wavered from his version of the events. Plus, the recovered metal pieces rank the encounter as one of the most credible on record. This encounter from Italy to date remains one of the most credible encounters of Europe. Friends, that's all for this episode. We shall see you next time with some new encounter. Till then, have a great day. Thank you.